So Rory's also the betting favorite heading into the tournament, followed by Brooks Koepka, who has 2 wins and 2 runner-up finishes in his last 4 majors.
Joining us to give us a preview is Golf Channel host and winner of Big Break Dominicana, Blair O'Neal. Welcome to the show, Blair.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
Very good, very good. Let's talk about Northern Ireland. Let's talk about Royal Portrush. One of the great things about the Open Championship is the fact that the elements can play a factor. What makes it so hard to play in the elements and this link style?
Yes, it is definitely going to be a challenging test. Obviously, with the weather, you've got the wind conditions. You don't know how wet it's going to be out there. I mean, the thing is that the weather can be changing every single day. So with those changes, every single day looks like a new golf course to all of these golfers out there. So the weather is definitely going to be tough. The wind is going to be tough. But also, I think when you're playing in tough conditions and windy conditions, it's really taxing on your body and mentally too. So it can get pretty exhausting.
Now, Blair, when you use those examples of being taxing the body, it makes me immediately think of Tiger Woods, who I have to admit, when I was listening to him talk, he just doesn't have that confidence I'm used to seeing going in. So how do you think he'll fare in this tournament?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I know from his press conferences, he had said that maybe he doesn't feel as fine-tuned going into the week. I know that the Masters prep, took a toll on his body. And, I think that maybe his expectations are going to be lowered. And the thing is it is Tiger. He has the experience. Maybe with those lowered expectations, you never know. Maybe it takes some pressure, off of him and kind of is able to release him to be able to go out there and play well. So with him, you just never know because he has that experience. But again, it will be, hard on the body and mind, so it'll be interesting to see how all of that plays out and how he fares.
We saw who Vegas saw as the favorite in this tournament, and there's some real local knowledge here because not only did Rory McIlroy grow up on the course, but Brooks Koepka's caddy also knows the course pretty well and has played it thousands of times. How much can that favor a golfer going into a major like this?
Oh, I think that is absolutely huge, having a caddy who has the course knowledge. One of the other things I was going to mention, with the tough weather, your caddy is really important. And with Koepka's caddy having, that course knowledge, it's going to help him. I mean, it's going to help him to be able to help Brooks, and any player, a caddy is going to help their player figure out the weather, how much it really is affecting the ball, figure out the greens. It's really going to be important, for those approach shots into the greens, knowing how they're reacting with the different weather conditions. So a caddy is definitely a player's best friend out there this week. Especially, they're always important, but especially when the weather conditions are so tough. A good caddy on your bag is definitely going to help you improve your score.
Are North American golfers at a disadvantage in links because of the shots that you have to play into the wind, with the wind, and figuring it out?
I mean, I think all professional golfers practice all of these types of shots.
Right.
I think, logic tells you that players who have grown up playing these types of conditions are going to play better, you would think. But, I got to say, some of these young stars that are out there on the tour right now just crushing it and playing well, you can't put anything past them. So like a Brooks Koepka, I mean, the guy's just so good right now, and he's just playing so well. So it's kind of tough. I think what's really going to make a difference this week is patience. I think out there on the golf course, patience, your expectations, and just knowing that when the conditions are tough, they're tough for you, but they're tough for everyone else out there as well. So I know when I played on tour and there were tough conditions, I would try to remind myself to try to be the most patient player out there, because if it's that hard for you, it's that hard for other players too. And at the end of the day, it kind of depends on how you mentally, hang on throughout a round and really how positive you can be throughout the day.
Perseverance.
Blair, you mentioned the mental aspect of it all going in, and we had to laugh at Brooks being like, I don't practice unless it's a major, and ghosting Tiger Woods, which feels like such a bold move.
I know.
What did you make of that whole scene?
Right. Oh my goodness, who does that? That is definitely a bold move to ghost Tiger, I gotta say. I think that's kind of Brooks, right? I mean, you can see he carries his confidence pretty outwards. Everyone knows it. So I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's fun to watch, and he certainly has the game to back it up. We're all going to be watching him very closely, and confidence in this game is huge.
Huge.
Another
I like to see that. It's fun, isn't it?
Exactly. And another fun thing I saw going into this tournament is that Phil Mickelson has some funky new diet. He's dropped 15 pounds.
Dropping LBs.
So is that going to be the trick for Phil?
It might be. Phil is, my fellow ASU Sun Devil, so props to Phil. I hope he plays well. That new diet kicking in, hopefully he's feeling better out on the golf course. That's certainly going to help him get around the golf course, feeling better. And obviously, like, the healthier you are, I think is just definitely a plus. Because, people think, golf, it's not a sport that's tiring or exhausting. You're just out there walking. It is so exhausting. So I think the better shape you're in, that's only going to help you, right?
All right, we brought up all the big names. We brought up Tiger, we brought up Rory, we brought up Koepka. Do you have a dark horse in this field before we let you go?
For a dark horse, I would maybe say Jordan Spieth. Maybe this could be the week that he could break out of his slump. I think that would be, really fun to watch. And then, I got to say, my fellow Cobra Puma ambassador Ricky Fowler, he's fun. I think he's due for a major, although he's a bit of a wild card. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a couple up there I feel like that could sneak in there. You never know.
It's whoever can survive the conditions, I'd imagine, Blair.
Yes.
It's going to be a tough one.
Oh, my goodness.
Or maybe the straight brim on Ricky's hat can help him out.
It's like wind aerodynamic kind of situation.
Blocking the wind, right?
Yeah.
All right, Blair, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
There is Blair O'Neal from Golf Channel, winner of the Big Break, Dominican Republic.